Hey, how's it going? All right, so today we're gonna keep working on shaders a little bit. It should be fun. See how it goes. Right now, I think I can simplify quite a few things. Obviously, this is not the final shader. This is kind of shape. But as far as like the move cells and the attack cells, I have simplified them a lot. And I think that works well. Basically just made them just pop out. So like that works, but I do want to do something for the select cell. So what I've done is in Blender, I modeled kind of like this shape. I basically took a circle, took a square, I lofted them with a little twist, put them on a base, and set up the UV map to be set up the UV map to look like this, to allow myself to set my wrap on it, essentially set the base independently. So in the shader, what I've done is I have this little sliver down here, which the intention right now, let me get rid of this, be a little clearer. Okay, the intention really is keep the base as solid as possible, just as solid as these other ones. And then I want this to be kind of like particles. I don't know what's going on with the noise, or how I can get the noise to be better. Right now, I don't have a very good grasp on noise. I want like this, right? This size with fewer particles. So that's what I'm kind of working on. I think from here, it's gonna be pretty easy to follow. Essentially, I think I need to try to get this map to look something like this, but a lot fewer dots. And maybe I could get a different texture that isn't fast noise. But I'm gonna play with this for a little bit. See what I can get in there. So anyway, gonna play with it. I may mess with this a little more and kind of like constant, right? I could do constant here. And that essentially is going to let me turn this back to this. It's gonna let me just set the base as solid and the rest as noise, which I think is kind of what I want. But I just need fewer particles. So I'm gonna mess with that a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll kind of see where that goes. I do think this is probably pretty close. Okay. So yeah. Let me refresh this just so. Let me update my goal here. Make select shader. Perfect, beautiful. I kind of want a timer. I feel like timers are all the rage. Let me find a embeddable timer. Online timer. Perfect, okay. Let's see. Is it embeddable? Let's see what we got. I want a count up timer. I bet, you know what? I bet Streamlabs probably has one. Let's check. All right. Oh. All right, let's see what we got. Search for timer. All right. Maybe it's actually stopwatch. Let's check what we got here. Maybe not here. Let's see, embeddable. That's all I need is an embeddable stopwatch. Just so we have something to count up. It'll look good. Anyway, I'm probably getting too deep down this rabbit hole here. Okay. May have to download some stuff, so we'll wait. We don't need a timer anyway. Okay. I got distracted, obviously. All right. Let's go back to this. Okay, so we're pretty close here, I think. This looks pretty good. I just want less noise here, really. Let me look up the documentation on here. Online docs. We're going to say texture 2D. Let's see what all these things do. I'm going to look up what LED is because it's nothing apparently. I don't think that's the shader one. Or just type LOD. Level of detail. Okay. Maybe. Also, maybe not. That is having 0 impact. All right, let's check. Let's see what we got here. I do think I'm close here. I want it to look more like particles, right? To get it to look more like particles, what do I need to do here? I could do sampler port. I think roughness is what I need. I do think texture is the right thing. Let's see. What if I could just add a color ramp to that, if that's really all I need to do? No, that's just... Well, actually. Okay. That is what I need to do. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now what I can do is add some movement. Okay. But it's only coming out of those lines, which is interesting. What I can maybe do here. Okay. think that's the right kind of movement, maybe. Obviously, those lines are bad. I think those lines are where the edges are of my shape. Okay, we're getting closer. What I can possibly do here, instead of black, make this a little bit gray. No, definitely not. Let's see here. It's only when I'm looking above it. When I'm looking at the side, I don't see it. You know what? Maybe I can mess with my cull settings. Let's see. Or maybe I could make it kind of smooth it. Let's see here. Let's make a float constant. Let's kind of mess with this for a little bit. Okay, so at 0. Okay, that's just going to be how transparent it is, which transparency is good. It does help. I mean, I'm going to leave it at 1 for now. That is useful, or maybe... No, just 1. Okay, and then that's good to know. Let's duplicate that. Roughness, let's make it nice and smooth. I want to get rid of these vertexes, these lines here. From the side, you don't see it, it's just from the top. So maybe I can mess with settings instead of this shader here. I don't think any of these would do it here. Let's look at some of this. So, first off, let's go ahead and... Does that mess with it at all? That does nothing. That's fine. I'm going to turn this to 0.75 maybe. Yeah, it's a little more consistent. Okay. Let's try it in game maybe. Do I have a game up? Oh, I did. I don't know where it's at. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, that is not the same shader. Let me refresh. Sometimes when you mess with textures and things, it messes with it a little bit. Okay. What we got here? Okay, it's not, one thing it's not doing is it's not fading. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I do still see the lines. So now we can start messing with some stuff. Okay. So let's see. Let's put this up here. I am taking this all the way to black, right? Well, let's see. All right, I think this is just as good. So let's do this. What I can probably do is subtract. So after I do that, just like a simple fade out, I can add subtract. All right. So I'd start with this. Okay. Let me get a gradient going. Texture 2D. Ooh. Well, that's not what I'm going for, but it kind of looks cool. Okay, then I would subtract gradient. I want to subtract from the top. Interesting. Huh. Do I need like the same green? Okay. What I could do to fix that, let's add a mix node. Okay. Mix that as vector 2. Wait, is it vector 2 or vector 3 or vector 4? I think it's vector 3. Okay. Mix that with gradient. Oh, texture 2D. Gradient. Okay. Okay, so that goes up to white here. From blue, even though it's not blue here, which is really surprising. Interesting. It's capturing it correctly here on this one. Maybe I should weight it by the UV. That helps. Really interesting though. Unless I'm not really sure how subtract works. Let's multiply. Multiply might be what I'm looking for. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't really need all this for that though, I don't think. Let's see, I think I'll probably get the same results just multiplying this gradient. Let's see. Does that fade out at the end? I think so. One thing I can do to check that is just modify this gradient to be more like that. I guess all the way. Okay, I want it to towards the edge fade out, which I guess is this. But I want to apply it on top of that. So how do I do it here? I took the max. So if I was going to, then I multiplied it by the color. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I could do that. So let's just flip this. And then what I could do is take, yeah, I think I just have to multiply that. So I think that's it. So then if I do that, yeah, it fades out. Okay. So that's pretty good. There are still kind of lines, but they're not too bad. I could always smooth out my object. I kind of want to completely get rid of that circle. Okay, let's go back to Blender now. Okay, the way I'm going to do this then is I'm going to grab all these nodes. I'm going to move them up quite a bit. Like there, that gives me a little more room. Then what I'm going to do is in edit mode here, I'm just going to smooth everything. A little too smooth. Let's just smooth all these ones. Let's see what we got if we smooth. Nope. Also, I missed one. What does that do? Smooth the Laplacian. Little Laplace transforms. Okay. Let's see. Can make it a little more random here. That looks fantastic. Just kidding. Yeah, ultimately, I just don't want this to be as, like this line, these hard lines. I just don't want them to be as rigid. So maybe, because there's only a few of them, I guess. Maybe I just need to select those edges and like bevel them. I do think I need like some sort of smooth function. Let's see what I got. Edges, faces. Tries the quads. Okay. Solidify face. Beautify. What does beautify do? Nothing noticeable. Shade smooth, no. Shade flat. Oh, this is just shading. Okay. Edge crease. Nope, not quite what I'm looking for. That makes it way worse. Edge bevel weight. Almost, but not quite. Oh, you know what? Had my my music pulled over. Okay, let's see. Clear sharp? No. No. Might not be a lot I can do here. I mean, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's a lot somebody could do. Maybe there's not a lot I can do. Let's see. I feel like nothing there. Nothing there. Definitely don't do that. No. Nope. Poke? Definitely not. Makes it way more sharp. I want it to be smoother. I want to basically take all of the edges and make them real smooth. I guess I got a loop cut. What am I going to do with these loop cuts? I guess it did make it a lot smoother doing that. And then potentially I could get this line. Control, is it Alt click? Yeah. I get this line here. Smooth vertices, okay. Bevel? I could probably bevel. Okay. Well, never mind. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna leave it. I think the general shape is okay. How much smoother does that get? I can't redo my... Okay, that's fine. All right, I don't think it's gonna get too much smoother. And like this looks okay. I can probably... Okay, so ultimately, it's fine. Okay, I have the fade out at the top now. Let me go into here. Let me make it, I guess in main. Let me make it real dark outside, which I think it already is. Yeah. Let's just see what it looks like. I do think it's pretty close to at least looking decent. Basically, it's just an effect anyway. I probably have better things to work on. Okay. Yeah, the lines are just too hard. Like at the top, those should be gradiented out. Like that does look decent. Maybe my gradient needs to be a little harder. Let me find out when that line, like right there. Let's gradient that line out. Oh, interesting. So is this doing nothing? Or can I just not see it? I probably just can't see it. Let's see if I can see the line. Go here, can I see it in this view? What if I do take it like to this? Let's see, see what it looks like. Okay, the line's still there. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not sure where that line's coming from. It could be like an overlap of the UV. That line should be gone. Let's pull this back up because obviously that didn't help here. Can I see it changes live? I can, okay. So, let's see if I can get rid of that line. I'll just go modify the shader a bit. We'll see what happens here. Okay. I am curious. Let me look here at this UV, make sure. Now there's tons of gap in there, so I don't think it has anything to do at all with, well, I guess I did update this, but I don't think my updates changed too much there. Could just be that it's some kind of hard line that's reflecting. Maybe I could turn off. Let me see what happens if I mess with some of these settings here. I think 0.75 is about right. Maybe 0.5 is good. Okay. Depth, I'm gonna put it like 0.95. Maybe even like 0.98. Try and get some of the grass above it. Not that much grass above it. Not that much really either. 9.75 is probably fine. I do want to get rid of that. How do I get rid of that? It is possible that my gradient see, what if I had another gradient on the edge that's black? Nope, that's just the base there, which is how it should be. It's what I expect. Yeah, man, I'm very surprised. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this. There's not really even a hard line here that much. Let me do this real quick. And that might just be like a graphics card glitch of some kind. It's not moving. It's reflecting. I could turn reflections off. It could just be part of the geometry getting reflected in. Interesting. What would I do? Any of these mess with it? Nope. Okay. You know what? I could set the normal map to up. I don't think that would matter. But let's try it. Vector 3. Constant. Oops. No, yeah, that did not do anything here. Man. All right, yeah, it could just be how it's processing it, which is really unfortunate. I am sure there's a way to get rid of it. Okay. Let me see what happens if I pass my UV into that. Nothing. Which is fine. I didn't really expect much to change there. What if I just pass the Y coordinate in? Yeah, nothing there. Now I'm just kind of guessing here. I'm gonna make it so I can zoom in a little further real quick. Let's go down to my camera. It's probably good now that I do this anyway. So I have a clamp right now on zooming right here. Okay, so from 5, I can probably zoom to a 1, and that's okay. Let's see if it may have to reset. Not sure why I would, but maybe. Not sure. I really shouldn't have had to reset unless I've got. Could be another setting that I have on my spring. Okay, nope, that's fine. Okay. So no hard lines there. Yeah, I think what I'm actually seeing are the vertexes, not like the top. So honestly, with that being the case, it probably would help to smooth out my shape. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so ultimately, what I would do for that is I'm gonna grab everything, unselect these 4 here. Let's loop cut. I'm gonna loop cut it a bunch. It should make it look a little bit cleaner. I don't need that many, I guess. Something like that. All right. Adds more lines, not fewer. But that's okay. So then what I maybe can do is, what if I smooth some of these? I think I tried this already and got nowhere, but yeah, let's unselect these. Vertex. Okay. That was edge unsubdivide. I mean, it just gives me kind of like a low poly shape. What if I subdivide it? Okay. What if I unsubdivide it once? Subdivide edge ring. Not quite. Edge. That does help it be actually a little more smooth. Now what if I subdivide it from there? Yeah, that's actually looking pretty good. Okay, what if I unsubdivide it now? And then unsubdivide it again. Then what if I resubdivide it? I'm having so many ingons. That's okay. 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 Oops. Let's see what else I can do. Edge. Unsubdivide. All right, now can I do faces and do tries the quads a few times? Okay, it looks a little more mysterious. I could probably rotate the top as well. I'm gonna be swinging particles around, but I probably could also rotate it. That could look pretty good. Okay. So I do like how that looks, at much softer lines. Let's save it, export it. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Back into here. Copy that mesh. Go into the world. Let's see. It's not that. No. It's this one. All right. Paste. Interesting. Clear that material. I don't know why it's acting so weird. I guess maybe I didn't. What is happening? I mean, it's much smoother, but obviously something is wrong. So let's go back here. Let me see. Maybe I didn't apply something. Let me look at the go to edit mode. The UV map looks fine. Very strange. Let me shade smooth. I don't think that actually is going to do him much. Okay. So within the mesh then, I should be able to, okay. Transparency. Let's see, I can't edit it because that's okay. So let's go back to the world. I guess main here. And let's try to see what's happening. Okay, some things changed. Very, very interesting. All right. Let's go copy that mesh again, because obviously I lost it. I think it was just being weird. Like, I think Godot just kind of was weird for a moment. Let's see if that's true. Maybe if I change my shader, it'll wake up. Okay, like this. This is weird. Because, like, there's no material. It should not be acting weird, but it is. Huh. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, let's add a material now. Oh, well, I guess I gotta pull it from here. Okay. I mean, besides the color change, it looks okay. I don't know, kind of strange. Kind of strange. Oh, look at that. Okay. Huh. All right, that looks pretty decent. Much smoother. I think I'm going to turn cull off real quick and see what happens. The big reason I have cull in the back is that let's see, let's just disable it. Show you. Is because I don't want it covering up my character, but I guess if the whole top is, it just kind of creates a fog now, which is kind of cool. Kind of like a glow. Let me see if I can get this noise looking a little bit better. Color ramp. Okay. Let me turn this a little gray. No, it's just gonna turn the whole thing gray. It does need to be black, for sure. Ooh. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's not too bad. Interesting. Okay, it is hitting my thing. So I think what that would mean is on this texture, I had to pull this up a little bit. Let's see. Or maybe I need to pull something else down a little bit. It's obviously getting a little bit too bright. Okay, I think particles would be better. So with that being the case, let's go smaller. Okay. I could pretty easily... Okay, it's got to be panning for sure. I think I could slow that down quite a bit. I think I could do that by multiply time by a very small value. Let's see. Add float constant. By like 0.1. Yeah, that helps. Okay. Let's go back into this texture. Let me detach this for a second so I can see this noise. Okay. All right, the noise isn't too bad. I think I could do with less of it. A little more. Nope. I kind of want it to be brighter. That probably helps quite a bit. It won't help with the bass though. What I can do... Okay, I'm already multiplying by this. Let's see here. Hey, BWAG35. How you doing? We're kind of working on some shaders. Trying to make some things that look good. I'm thinking I need to brighten this up a little bit. So let's see. Something like that isn't bad. Oh, you know what? I probably could, for the alpha, I could probably multiply this by a gradient. Doing pretty good, not too bad. I've had some trouble, I'll be honest, with this shader. So it's been interesting, but we're getting pretty close. So pretty happy with it so far. If you saw it yesterday, we were in pretty bad shape, but today it's looking a whole lot better. So getting a lot happier with it. Let's see. I might be able to just use that same gradient. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I can make a gradient, I think. By what I should do here is use a mix node. Man, alpha is a I think like this, yeah. So I would go between 0.5. Let's see. Picked up GD script coming from Python. Awesome. Yeah, I did the same thing. I think my Python's probably my most used. I've used a lot of very industry specific coding languages as well. VBA. Something called DXL for a program called Doors. So a lot of industry specific stuff. But yeah, I think going from Python to GD script is a good way to go. Like I said, also my experience. So good. I'm glad it's working out for you. I think it can be challenging, but yeah, syntax is absolutely the biggest part. I think if you've got coding experience. What are you working on? What kind of game? 0. Ooh, not quite 0. 0.5. Maybe 0.25. Something like that. I kind of wish, let's see. Ooh, that's a little bit spooky. Not quite, but yeah, if I go just bigger in general. Did that hit that bottom too? No, good. Now it's kind of like an aura, which is okay. Then what I can do, I think, is go back to my noise. I messed with my noise here. Yeah, something like that, I think, is what I'm looking for. And then I do want to cull the back, I think, now. Very good. We're making a lot better progress now. Let's see. I like how that looks too. And then what we'll do is cull the back. All right. That's looking much, much better. I was looking at these weird lines. Oh, I thought I was over those. We'll see if we see them or not. See these little dots right here? I'm trying to get rid of those. It's from noise overlapping. Not a huge deal. Maybe even I can. Maybe I can even, I guess. Mess with this gradient and pull them back. Nope. No impact. Working on some assets. You downloaded some. Playing with 2D movement. Very cool, yeah. Yeah, I really like the nodes. Honestly, so one of my focuses as I've been programming here is try to keep everything as like modular as possible. So I have like movement and attack nodes and stuff. And I love object-oriented programming, right? So this has been really good kind of workflow for me. I like the nodes a lot. Well, cool. I'm really glad you're liking it. Yeah, I think getting some basic mechanics down, getting that figured out, kind of takes you a long way. You get hooked though. Be careful. I definitely find myself trying to take up all of my free time with this. Let's see, we're spinning a little faster. I just recently started getting into shaders and Blender. So this is my first kind of Blender project, actually. I haven't really made anything else in Blender ever. So what I did here was kind of create a shape that looks something like this to kind of float around my dude just for the selection to kind of match the other squares. I'll show you where we're at here. I'll also see if I can give you a sunrise over here. Let me turn up my time of day speed because I've got it locked. All right, we're gonna put that at, oops, 0.1. Okay. So yeah, just trying to add a little bit of color here. I don't like that line. Maybe it could be like anti-aliasing or something. Maybe I can mess with some settings, but you know, it's getting there. But yeah, that line is killing things. Yeah, and Blender, you know, I struggled with it a little bit. I'm used to like SolidWorks. I've done a lot of things in SolidWorks. Done a lot of things in some AutoCAD and stuff. But so Blender's pretty new. It's just very different. It's just because I'm not used to like sculpting or modeling really. I'm used to like very mechanical modeling. My background is aerospace. So yeah, very different. So now here what I'm working on is a tactical RPG. And so something like, if you've ever played Final Fantasy Tactics, something along those lines, obviously 3D. It'll be, in terms of graphics and like probably some gameplay, much more similar if you've ever seen like XCOM. But yeah, and that got really bright. I'm gonna have to turn that down. So we're obviously still tweaking some stuff here. Maybe like a 2. Yeah, that looks better. So yeah, we're figuring things out. So, and then I'm just now adding all of these like floor shaders. I'm gonna turn it down a little further even. The thing is, the problem I'm running into, actually, you know what? Let's keep this at 3. because I need to be able to see in the dark, or 2.5. I'm gonna turn the sun down. It's turn-based, yeah. So it's a turn. It's not real-time strategy. Well, it's like a tactical RPG. So more about like the kind of premise behind the game is you kind of kick the game off. There's gonna be it's gonna be kind of a fantasy setting. Let me turn this down first off before we do this, because this is really, really bright. I just want my energy down. Oh, I already have my energy low. Let me just turn. It's got all coming from the sky, which I may want to go light and sky, but we'll mess that later. Anyway, so yeah, you start off kind of a fantasy world. Going to be pretty standard, no magic or anything though, until magic's kind of unlocked into the world, right? That's going to be kind of the plan. And then the game is going to be about essentially after magic is unlocked, people are going to be learning that magic off and on. And my plan is to have a pretty large like spell tree, but I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible to like choose and cast those spells. And you're gonna be learning over time, along with like the enemies who are also gonna be learning at the same time. So like the big bad, you're probably gonna be early, but they're obviously gonna get a lot stronger as they're learning new spells. The idea is gonna be that you can mix and match spells with like other people who are using them, and over time you learn a lot of new spells. And after there's going to be sort of like a wild magic feature, where at a certain point you may unlock certain spells depending on how your battle's going, what you're using, right? And then after you unlock them, you'd be able to spend experience to actually buy them and use them more kind of predictably. So it should be pretty fun. I don't have any spells or anything coded yet. I'm still kind of working on kind of the style, the look. I'm trying to go for kind of a minimum viable product demo type thing here. That it looks good, feels good. I can start taking screenshots and kind of playing how things turn out. Though I will probably start doing abilities here relatively soon. But yeah. So I've got quite a bit coded here. I've got like a priority list for all of the people. I've got my normal kind of gameplay, turn-based gameplay. I've got the day-night cycle. Kind of working the basics right now. So it is playable. I won't say it's fun yet. It's not bad. It's pretty simple, no story or anything yet. It's gonna be very story driven, obviously, from an RPG standpoint, kind of what I described. But I want to get everything. Yeah, I do have a lot of it planned out. I won't say I've got everything planned out, but yeah, it should be pretty fun. I want it to look good too. I think that's like a lot of tactical RPGs you find nowadays are isometric, pixel art, which, don't get me wrong. Like I love Final Fantasy Tactics, favorite game of all time. A lot of what's inspiring this, right? But I think it could be fun to have something more graphics driven, right? Something that looks a little bit better, a lot more options. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm gonna finish this real quick. Let me mess with this shader. I am really struggling with that line. I gotta think through that because it shouldn't be there. It's actually fading out, and it could be like something just like a setting, right? Like some kind of anti-aliasing setting or something. How it's processing the light, but it's really annoying. It's very distracting. So let me mess with some of these settings down here and see if we can get rid of that. I also got to balance out the day and the night. It's really bright during the day and really dark at night. I could turn the skies. So the sky is a shader. So I actually could turn some of this down and probably have pretty good results, actually. That's probably the way to go. Wonder if I turn this down to like 0.8, what that does to my daytime cycles. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I set those first. I'll have to mess with that later. I'm gonna do one thing at a time. I'm very easily distracted here. So, struggling a bit. Hey, Journey. Good to see you. How's it going? Excited to see your game come along. How did your coding session go? Did you get that figured out? Let's see here. Roguelike third-person shooter. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think superpower games honestly are very underrated. That's awesome. Yeah, you can have a lot of different options there. Sweet. Yeah, that sounds cool. Should be a lot of fun. You'll have to keep me updated on how things go along as you progress. Man, I wonder if... Let me see something. I think I tried this already. Okay, I think I just figured out on accident what's happening. Okay, yep. I think I've got it. Here's what I think. Here's my theory. My theory is that on this UV map, I'm crossing this bottom boundary with this line. And in doing so, it's flipping back up to the top. Hey, very nice. I'm glad you got that set up. Very cool. So you got your animations kind of running. Oh, so you just started in Python as well. That's cool though. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're getting into programming. Do you do any of that for living or anything? One of the things that I have found is that no matter where I'm at, like the knowledge of Python, the knowledge of Visual Basic, the knowledge of like all those kind of scripting languages just comes in handy so much. I mean, it's really a game changer when someone says, "Oh, I have this thing that's so repetitive," and you're like, I can write you a script. You don't need to do that every day." Really is a game changer. So that's awesome, and hopefully that takes you far. Let's see. And it's funny because like I'm not a software developer at all, really, but I have some knowledge of software engineering, right? I work with a lot of software engineers. The software engineers, yeah, they could absolutely code up scripts and do things for people all the time. However, they're just not really aware of the problems a lot of times, right? They're focused on their development. I'm in the world of avionics, so they're focused on avionics development. Then the problem is when things come up, people don't know they can go write scripts, right? Because they're just not aware of like what's available. So they think, oh, I've got to go do this thing. It takes me a long time. I got to do it once a month, whether it's a metric or it's a PowerPoint or whatever it is. So then when you find out they're doing that, you can offer some help. It really goes a long way. Let's see. So that looks a lot better. I think I got that. Good deal. Try to match in the hue of these other ones. I was still in high school. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. See, like mechanical engineering, my background's aerospace. It's in the School of Aerospace Mechanical Engineering. That'll be a huge help through college and everything. Honestly, like one of the things I learned by my senior year was like a lot of our projects were, repetitive and very much so like tedious, and things like Python just go a long way to help that. It's hard sometimes to try to implement it everywhere you can, right? But it's a huge help. So yeah, we got that fixed. That issue was absolutely the UV map. Wow, man. I said that, now I see a little fragment up there. What happened there? Is that a new one? Oh man, my hopes were so high. And now they're dashed because I did update this UV map. It's nowhere near there. Unless there is still... Let me do this actually. Let me unwrap this. Because I do still feel like that's... I still feel like that's the problem. Let me unwrap. Okay. Let's see. Scale this down a little bit so I can actually grab things. Thanks, Journey, for teaching me about the L button here. Okay. Let's see. Agree. Yeah, absolutely 100% agree. It's very underutilized. Honestly, a lot of my classmates had no idea how to code anything. So when we did robotics or anything, it was usually me programming it. And it's a game changer, honestly. I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is, even as like a mechanical engineer, to just understand how to code and how to script and things. But yeah, really, it makes a big difference. That's awesome. I think engineering is a fantastic field, so I'm really excited for you. I am going to undo all that because there is no way I get this UV map looking correct. I did my other one when it was much more simple, and there's no good way to do that. So I'm going to leave this. What I'm going to do is pull this top down. Ooh, I guess I'll shrink it. Okay, we're just going to shrink it like that. Yeah, that should work out better. Let's export this. But yeah, I think you could learn how to, there's a ton of stories, right? Of people working for like the FANG companies and having no college degree. There's so much information just out there now. And coding is one of those ones that you can absolutely learn probably better, right? By going out, learning going on YouTube, kind of trying to learn the basics, and then going and doing like game development. Like GDScript, you go learn GDScript, that sets you up for success so much, right? Just being able to navigate, understanding logic. You have a lot of different problems, and the problem solving opportunities within game development is just huge. So you're gonna learn a ton. So that's awesome. I'm excited for you. Best luck in college. I think college is a really good time. Learned a lot, obviously. And I think engineering specifically is such a good field, and it's still, I think, underdone. So excited for you. Okay, I think that I know there's still a couple little fragments. Maybe? Okay, that could have just been the trick of the camera. This looks pretty decent. Let's see. That looks like toxic. Nice, yeah, 10-episode course on Python and then GDScript. Yeah, GDScript, obviously, like, putting things into practice is just going to help you a lot more than like watching a YouTube thing, like tutorials, for example. Tutorials are really good. I use them, right? The sky shader I have came from a tutorial. The grass shader is based on a tutorial, but the big thing is like you need to be able to adapt and solve problems yourself. And that's where like putting it into application, working on solving problems yourself, it really helps. So like I'm pretty new to shaders. So like this project here, didn't have a tutorial, kind of fumbling through it. And I've learned way more doing this little thing than I did the grass or the sky. Tutorials, they definitely have their place. And I think one of the things they do is give you confidence. I think confidence is a huge part of anything you're doing. And so tutorials, I think, are really good for giving you confidence and allowing you to kind of see what good application does. Yeah, but then taking it and going and recreating it without help, or creating a similar project, right, where you can say, yeah, I understand the concepts and I understand why they did these certain things, to help solidify kind of the principles. Okay, I think that looks pretty decent. It's definitely getting there. I'm going to, I think, slide it back a little bit as far as depth goes, or maybe make it a little bit more transparent. That's not transparency, is it? Oh, it's just because I have this 100. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Journey? You've seen all the iterations. Okay, so I have this, right? And then I have the move nodes are just like, they're simple. I don't know about green. Maybe green's the wrong color. Let's make it white. Oh, it's all yellow because I'm mixing with the UV map. Right. Let me get rid of this alpha real quick. Nope. Why is it yellow? Turn default values off. Let's see. So I'm multiplying white by a gradient, which should give me a gradient with noise. Let me turn off this here so I can see the gradient with noise. Oops. It's very yellow. I do have a lot of noise things. I am doing a lot of multiplication. I'm guessing my vector multiplication is just coming out yellow. Ooh, okay. That explains it. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Okay, so I was multiplying this color, which is a vector 4 actually, but I don't need the alpha. So I was multiplying that. You know what I probably should do? This probably makes it a little better. I should use a compose node. Vector compose. Where did that go? Oh, it's right there. All right. I know it's small. Sorry. I can't see it either. Okay. So what I can do here, I think, is take my red, green, and blue and come out here. All right. Now I got to reset because it does not like it when you change things up. That's pretty good. It's a little bit opaque. Let me see if I can make it a little more transparent. Let's see. Something like that isn't too bad. Let me see if I can move it a little bit into the foreground or to the background, like 0.95. 0.98. There's a very delicate balance. 0.99. That's see, it's too far. 0.985. Probably not with the grass kind of coming up like that. That probably doesn't help. Let's just leave it over the top. It's kind of an overlay anyway. All right. So now when I come over here, it's not really white though. It's a little bit gray. I mean, it is, I guess, white. It's just very transparent. Very, very transparent. Let's see. Let's mess with that a little bit. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. I am curious what... I'm thinking it goes from 0 to 255 for alpha, but I'm not positive. And I don't think this is scaling the way I think it's scaling. Let's look. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. What if we go from 0 to 255? No. 0 to 1? Okay. That does, but I really want the other way around, like a 1 to a 0. Let's see. Maybe a 10 to a 0. Nope. Not really, I guess. Let me get the base color set first. And then set the top. Because I want the little particles to kind of sparkle. You know what? I think I'm trying too hard here. Let's do this. Let's just create a 2D, texture 2D. Okay. Let me grab a gradient. I'm gonna get just a one-dimensional gradient. All right. And then take that gradient, pass it into alpha. Might have to multiply it by like 255. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Multiply. Should be able to do a float multiply because this is a float. And I'm guessing it's going to apply all of the gradients together. So sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. So I usually stream pretty regularly. Almost always Wednesday nights, most Thursday nights, Saturday, and often on Mondays. So yeah. You can subscribe, and I'll definitely be on pretty regularly. If you're on Twitch, feel free to join me over there and follow. I'm streaming on there too. So, but yeah, glad you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or anything, or you're kind of, feel free to jump in and ask anytime. Enjoyed talking to you. Thanks for popping in. And wish me luck on figuring this out. So let's see. So it did not like that. I'm gonna grab just one of these here. I think alpha is just gonna be one here. Let's see. Really surprised that maybe I do need like a two-dimensional thing here, but it takes a float. So the fact that it takes a float, sweet. Glad to hear it. Yeah. Thanks, appreciate it, and talk to you soon. I might replace this with a 2D vector. It may a vector 2. It may actually automatically convert, which would be good. Let's go back to my scalar, because I do think the scalar was working somewhat. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that as it's running through every particle, right, depending on the UV map, it might convert. But I think that would only be if I'm passing a UV map to it. Let's look at like grass, right? So grass, I'm not using alpha. Let's look at my vertex shader. Yeah, that's the thing. It only takes a float. So because it only takes a float, I don't think I'm doing much good passing this in there. I think I need to figure out where at in the UV map this particle is, which I guess is this, right? So I think the only way I can do it is a scalar, like a scalar mix. So let's see. Oh, you know what? I can probably do... Man, it washes it out is the problem. I have some separation, but not enough. I'm wanting like the base to be kind of on the same level of like saturation here as the bottom, right? But then the top kind of wispy particles to look a little bit more, little like brighter, right? To like emit some color. So it's kind of what I'm trying to do here. What if I can use negative numbers? No. Well, yeah, I guess just not big ones. So like you see there, they're kind of the same, but these are a lot brighter. And then what I can do is I can come over here. I can mess with this texture, make my particles a little smaller because I can see them. Something like that, right? So it's more like they're kind of sparkly particles coming out. I think that's looking a lot better. And then what I can do is take this and fade out those top ones a little sooner because they're obviously looking a little bit stretched. So something like that. I'm trying to make it a little more simple, really. That looks pretty decent, I think. Let's look at that real quick. And then I was having a lot of weird glitches in terms of like at the top of my shape. I was getting a lot of weird reflection and stuff. Oh, I accidentally drew some box. That's okay. I can jump over to him. So like that. Like I think that looks pretty decent. We can try other colors. So right now it's white. What do you think? You saw the old one. Just trying to go with something a lot simpler now. I think that's a lot simpler. I think it's, you know, nice. But I'm not sure I have the color quite right. Thanks, I'm glad. Let's see. I'm not sure white is right. I could do something like that. I think that's pretty good, like this light blue. Yeah. And see, I left these ones just regular, and I think it's okay. Like just the selector one is let's see, I don't know why that one is, I don't know. Oh, I can move there because, okay, interesting. That's really interesting. I shouldn't be able to move there. That's okay. Nice, we're on the same wavelength there. Let's see. And so, yeah, I think, ultimately, I think that looks pretty good. I do need to change like when it shows up, and I'm not sure how I feel about it like showing through the grass. Like obviously it's just always there and you can always see the base, which would be okay like over here, right? Like this is fine. But when you're on the grass, it's kind of weird. Nice, good deal. Well, glad that I'm glad that worked out. And maybe it's not a bad thing, right? Because you can obviously see the square through the building and stuff, but it is really important in a game like this to be able to see like where you're at and where you can select. And so maybe it's a good thing that it kind of shows up through tiles and stuff. It's a tactical game after all, right? And I'm excited to see how this looks at night. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be good. I will change it. I probably won't have the enemy highlight. It is a little bit bright, but I think it might just be that it's too dark at night. Really, I need to turn like the night brightness up. Ultimately, I think I need to turn everything up and then turn the day brightness down is actually what I need to do. So let me turn this up to like 3. That does look better. Yeah, it looks very kind of like fantasy, right? I mean, it's like, that's good. And I can use that same kind of idea for the shader, I think, on like a lot of spells and stuff, which will look great. But yeah, you have these bright blue. I might turn the, let me make them a little more transparent. Let me make everything a little bit more transparent. And I think that would go a long way here. It's just kind of very in your face, right? It's very opaque. I think if it was a little more transparent, which I think I can do just by taking some of the, like that, and probably turning up. Let's see, I don't want to lose the color though. I like the color. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the sky. Again, I did follow a, at least there was a post on Reddit that someone had said, hey, you know, I made this sky shader. What do you think? And I said, feel free to use it. Here's a Creative Commons license. So I used it. And then I've made a couple small tweaks. I didn't have to tweak a lot because it looked really good. So you could use it as well. I will probably, what I need to do is, like when I use assets like that, I need to share them. That way, if anyone's seeing this, like you could type !sky on Twitch, and it would come up with the link. I think that'd be really helpful. It's gonna get really bright, so turn your brightness down on your screen if if you're sensitive to that. I need to turn down in the shader the intensity of the sun. Let me do that real quick. I think if I change this to like 0.8, 0.4, 0.05. No. Oh, it's what isn't it like there? Oh, I missed a comma. Let me look at the sky real quick. So we got the nighttime sky. Let me go into the daytime, like there, and let's look at some of this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really surprised that it actually isn't really changing a whole lot. What if I change all these to 0? I think if I do this. Ooh, let's see. Okay, let me change this back. That's obviously not impacting anything. That one I will probably end up using. Well, I think that did impact it, didn't it? That one I'll probably end up using particles, right? Because I can. The only reason I can't use like particle shaders here is because, or particle effects. Yeah, I gotcha. I was following there. Yeah, the only reason I'm not using particle effects on the tiles is because I can't. I keep them as tiles, so I had to use them. I had to make my own shader. But yeah, I'll use particle effects. I'll use a lot of animation. I will probably draw some stuff in Blender. It's gonna be fun. I will try to make it pretty varying. Kind of what I'm thinking is like for the wild magic thing, right? I think you could use some kind of sphere that has some stuff flowing around it. And yeah, I could probably use a shader for some of that. Have that kind of like fly in the sky or something and then come down and do something. I've been thinking about it. Won't say I'm there yet, but I have been thinking about it. I think this is editing it. I think like if I put this to 0, right? I think what's happening is it just has to update. The way it's coded is it takes different passes, and I don't think it takes those passes until you move the camera. So let's see if I can run it with this at 0 and see what happens. I might have to change the day bottom color too, because well, it should change the top color to black, which should darken everything, but it didn't. Let's see. Back to here. Let me change this to 0 as well. Unless this isn't doing what I think it is, but I'm fairly confident. Oh, you know what? I know what's going on. I know what's happening here. Yeah. Let me go to the shader itself here. I think it's my world environment node. Where did I put that shader? Let's see. That's from the script. Trying to remember where the shader is even used. Not on the sun and not on the moon. Where am I calling the shader at? I gotta find it. It should be the world environment node, I think. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so let's see. So sky here. This is my shader. So yeah, day top color. What I can do is make that a little darker. So you can see it changing up there. And then day bottom color. You can just make it a little darker. Ooh, I kind of like that, but not really. Maybe okay, that's not changing the brightness much though, unfortunately. That did look really intense though, which is kind of cool. Okay, the top does change brightness quite a bit. It should, because all of the lighting is supposed to be dynamic. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. That's a pretty intense sky. Let's see if that's dark enough. Also, let's see if I can. Let's see, that looks good. I think that's really all I need to do. That's why I changed it. It wasn't affecting anything because let's see if that gets darker. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. I think that's coming pretty soon. I'm going to start working on some of those animations. It's just so bright. And I actually don't like the colors as much. I like the colors of the sky before. So I probably just need to work on turning the light intensity down. But that does change, actually. Wow, it was just really bright. Okay. So then what I can do is on the sun. Turn that down a little bit. Let's go back. Ugh. Okay, let me go back. Don't really like my sky colors anymore. I'm gonna go back to what they were. Wow, very pink. Okay. All right. Oh, I set day. Okay. Let me just turn the sun intensity down. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hopefully hopefully it's educational. We'll see. Obviously the art part of this is my weakest part. But it's been fun. So yeah, we'll learn something. We'll learn together for sure, and try to figure it out. So shadow isn't what I'm looking for. I think I have to, yeah, I think I just have to make the, unfortunately, because I really like the color, right? I think I have to turn down the, oh, there we go. Much, much, much better. All right, let me go back here to a decent time of day where I can. Oh, there's the only problem though. Okay. Only problem I have there doing that is that unfortunately it's just too dark at night. So how do I make it brighter in the day or brighter at night and darker during the day? I think the sun's the only way to do that. So what I probably can do is take the energy. The sun doesn't even contribute much. It's just all the color of the sky. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And I could write a script that like during the day it contributes less and at night it contributes more. That would be okay. That might be the way I have to go. I would love to not. Oh wow. I would love to not have to write more scripts, but probably what I need to do here. Energy multiplier 3. I think I needed this at 3 because at night it's hard to see. Yeah, I'll really appreciate that. Definitely give me all the art tips. Give me all the tips. I need I need all the help I can get. Glow. I wonder what glow does. Let me go back to that shader. All right, here's that shader. Radiance size. Okay. I could turn that down. It gets a little bit brighter. Okay. Look at like high quality. For automatic's fine. Let's see. So that does help a lot. And then let me see during the day. And sorry I'm taking so much time on this. I'm just trying to get my color right so I can balance the color of the glow. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. Okay, maybe I'll keep turning the sun down more. Yeah, none of that's changing anything at all. Let's see. Okay, radiance does help actually. At 512 is probably too much radiance. I think 256 looked fine. Maybe I'll just go somewhere in the middle right now, like 2.5. Obviously something I have to work through. Okay. That looks pretty decent. Like it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. It's not overly bright. I think that works. Okay. Now let me switch to night. All right. Let's see. And I'm thinking I want to turn these a little bit more transparent now. Okay. Wow, it goes from -5 to -6. It must flip a, see where that is. Okay, yeah, so it starts at -5. Probably because of how it's mixing. That's where it starts getting like that. So I should be able to do like -5.8. I'm sorry, -5.3 the other way. -5.4. Other way. I can, yeah. That will help. You're right. I can. That's a good idea. Let me add some, -5 point. I might leave it kind of transparent like that and then turn this more blue. If I can get more blue, it's pretty blue. It's pretty blue. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely could. I think that's probably a good point, is that I probably don't need great lighting all the time. I probably need great lighting when great lighting makes sense. Maybe something like that. It is interesting here. That it gets so pink. It's like I'm pulling the other color. It's like I'm adding a bunch of red somewhere. Wonder where that is. Okay, I think that's all right though. It's not terrible. Let me mess with the other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish this up pretty soon so I can work on some music. Let's see. So if I go to move here. Oh yeah. Interesting. Oh, it's because of this. Let's see. Let's turn. Energy down to like 0.1. That probably helps. Okay. Then on this one, energy multiplier to like 0.1. So when I attack, there you go. I think that looks much better. A lot less. Except my shader's green. Let's go back to my shader and turn it the right color. Which is here, I guess. That's just so bright. I wonder if... Let me see. Maybe it's a mission that I need to turn down here. Let's set this at like -2. -1. Because I want to keep the same color. I just want it to be slightly transparent. Let's add a constant here. Sometimes I'll put this like 0.5. One of these might do a good job of making it a little bit transparent. Nope. Okay. It's doing absolutely nothing. Well, I say that. It's probably doing absolutely nothing in the game right now because I didn't have it before. All right, let's see. Okay. It is doing something. Okay. Not sure how I feel about it though. It's really not doing much. It's making it darker. All right. Maybe it's a mission. The other one was an emission problem. So vector 3. I'm guessing it's actually a color that it's supposed to be. Let's see. Let's make a color. That could be a vector 4 color. What if I do this? Nothing there. I might have to look up what that looks like here. Let's do a color constant here. It's gonna be white. Nothing. What if I made it black? Nothing. Interesting. Actually, I might have emission turned off here. What do particle trails look like? Nothing. I don't know what that does. I gotta stop hitting random buttons. Okay, let's see. So let me see if there is like an emission on here. I have it unshaded, shadow disabled. Yeah. I could change the diffuse actually to tune. Nothing. Blend. Definitely not. Interesting. It ultimately looks good. It just needs to be a little bit more transparent. Let's see. I already have that kind of implemented via the shader, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Normals doesn't help. Ambient light disabled. That might help during the day. Vertex lighting. Anything that has anything to do with lighting probably helps. Alpha to coverage. Nope. Alpha to coverage and 1. Definitely not. Yep, that might not be the way to go. Okay, that's all right. That is okay. I should be able to do everything down here anyway. I do really wish I could just... I could do this. But I don't know if I lose my color, right? Is the problem. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's my problem though. Okay, well at least that's the same level of transparency. I don't like the color. But I can't make it any more blue. So I may have to look at why all the blue is getting pulled out. I mean, I get it. I'm making it more transparent. The transparency I think is only being applied to certain parameters here, certain color parameters. Which is interesting, which would be this alpha, is that right? The alpha's not really doing much. I mean, it is making it transparent. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna fade it like that. I do want just the Y value here. Man, I could probably get a couple more out of this, but not much more. Still look good, so I can go like to 35. I'm trying to make the little particles up here be a little bit brighter. All right, well, this is okay for now. It's not perfect. It's at least a good starting point, and then I can play with it and kind of figure out, hey, I can probably research some of these, like what's AO, right? What's AO light effect? What is XYZ? but ultimately it looks pretty decent. It's very visible. The sparkly things aren't as visible as I'd like. That's unfortunate. So what I might do is just mess around and see if I can... The UV map is very separate on them. Man, maybe it was better just ultra bright. Now that I'm looking at it again. I do think that's better, even though it's not great. Hey, there we go. There we go. Now the base is kind of more transparent in the top, which is what I was going for this whole time, which is kind of what I had. I think I just trying to change the color a little bit. Yeah, like that looks decent. There's some specks and things, but there we go. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, very good. I think that gets us pretty much there. I'm gonna wait for the sun to come out here and see what that looks like. I gotta turn up my my speed here. All right, there's the moon. And there's the sun. All right, that lighting looks a whole lot better. It's very green, I guess. That's interesting. You can't really see it in the daytime. So I'm gonna have to mess with that. I'll have to mess with the colors. It'll have to be a little bit more opaque. Maybe I can do something quick right now and just kind of change this. I think if I change this to 0, it's gonna show up a lot better. Yeah. Which I could do something too. I know the time of day and I could absolutely set it by time of day. And that really wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that white floor is just bright. So I'll have to mess with that. I might have to turn the sky impact on colors down, which is fine. I think it's just right here. If I change that to like 2, that probably is better. What if I change it to 1? Maybe that probably looks better. All right. We're getting really close though. I want to stick it to. Oh man, it looks so bright now. Anyway, I could absolutely get into a loop of getting distracted and messing with this for a long time, so I'm not going to do that. That looks pretty good though. So I'm going to go ahead and call that for now. We at least have a point where we can mess with stuff. So that's really good. I like the little particles. They look pretty decent. Yeah. We go and close this out. And we'll get, I'm probably going to do like 15, 20 minutes of music. Go from there. All right. Let me switch this over real quick. You're going to lose me for a second. Oh man, I just realized I've been dropping like a third of my frames. I don't know if you've noticed that. Have you seen that? All right. Maybe. I'm dropping a ton of frames for some reason. Dropping a lot. All right, let's see. Is that better? sort of. Oh man, that's going to be probably kind of annoying for you. Okay, I'm dropping like 3/4 of my frames, so unfortunately, there's probably not a lot I can do there. All right, that's looking a lot more stable. Nope. Dang, yeah. I'll still kind of do music for a little bit, or we'll try at least. But chances are I lose connection, so apologize about that. We've got some pretty nasty storms coming in tonight, so it's a very good chance that there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm sure there's been some damage. We're under some tornado watches, so we'll see how it goes. Hard to listen to music with it cutting out every few minutes. Few seconds probably. I'm kind of thinking this needs a little more. Like I've gone 1 octave. I kind of think I would need to go another octave here. Thanks, appreciate it. I think we're good. Here, let me just look at, I just want to focus on the beginning right now. Okay, we're in the key of E. Right now I'm just kind of playing with some of these settings and seeing if I can get something that sounds a little more ethereal. Let's see. I think 1/12 is the most ethereal. Definitely just straight. I like up down. We'll try up and down. Nope, up down's better for sure. Okay. May add some more notes. Oh, I gotta unfold it. Maybe not. Maybe this is good. I just need some more. It needs some higher register stuff. And I think at the beginning, what I could probably do is copy this into a new MIDI track, but shift it all up an octave. Oh my goodness. All right. So then I take this and I shift it up an octave. Not quite. There we go. Could try some bells. Actually, let me add that. I like that idea a lot. Okay, I do like up an octave quite a bit. And then let's check here. Oops. Oh, sorry, I dropped my... I dropped my keyboard. Let's check. Bells. Mallets. Ethereal brush bells? What's that sound like? Oh, it's applying it. Let's do this. Let's see what this sounds like here. Oh, that's so bad. Ugh, okay. Well, one, I'm way out of key. Let me grab the pitch shift. Two pitch shifts. That is not a bell. Yeah, I like the higher pitch a lot. That could be really cool. And then like if you're gonna go past the loop, it could be something like this, right? It's gonna be a quick just change. Oops. Let's see, let's add these bells here. Let's see what this sounds like. Need to increase the... There we go. and swell sound like? I like that. Let me go back to the front and just kind of loop this real quick. So I can get some of this bell down. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh. Nope. I do think bell and swell is the best. There you go. Curious here if I did take like this and apply it here, what this would sound like. I would have to do some arpeggiating, which would be okay. I grab some arpeggiator on the bell. I'm thinking that'd be too much arpeggiation, right? I think it's probably better just to do like a simple. Something like that if I'm doing some bells, I think will work. I like that bell sound. I'll keep that in there. I do like this octave a whole lot better. I like the tone. And we're going to go into a drop here. Let me pull this out. Let me see if I can turn the attack down, probably. Much better. So let's see, here's what that drop sounds like now with the attack down. Oh, it's on bell and swell, it's not even on. Oh yeah, okay. Agree, and I think like using it sparingly would probably be good. Kind of like here. That's pretty good. Let's see what these options are. Don't think there's a lot I need to change really there. Do this then. Like that works probably the best. And I like when it cuts out here. Like that sounds great. All right, what else should we add here? Like honestly, title song can probably be pretty short. I think we have the makings of one already. At least the sound. Percussion? I don't know if we should have any percussion in here at all. If we did something light. And obviously these are just kind of placeholders right now. We'll play with them a little bit. Oh yeah, guitar. Yeah, we're gonna kill that. That's embarrassing. Okay, we're gonna play with bells here. Where'd my bells go? Oh. That's pretty good. Let's see. I'm not sure if there's any drums I should add, but we can mess with it. I don't think any drums are needed on here, like for the title song. We'll have a lot more fun songs with more drums and things. I think I probably could shorten up some of these drops. Like this is just, some of these are really long. I like this for a measure. I'm gonna turn that back on. Here we go. I think without this, like, this isn't bad. This is kind of middle of piano. Not bad. Probably not playing the same thing. Let's see if we turn off our arpeggiator. What if we get some that's not bad. That's the kind of arpeggiating up. Here, let's listen to that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see, and if we added back in some bells. No drums necessary. Way too loud here. agree. Yeah, it kind of fills up the sonic space a little bit. That's where it should drop right there. So after that, that's kind of where it should drop. So it's 3 measures, which is basically 1 measure of that. And then I'm thinking 2 measures of this, and then come back in big. And then I would do something for those. Then I would just do 2 measures, I think. There's only 3 because it's waiting on the lead there. So I think I would just do 2. And I would go back to end it, at least for now. I don't think I'll actually end it here. I think it's a good starting point. I mean, it's already a 3-minute song if you just do that, which is plenty long for an OST. I can picture there could be cool animation, I think, here. Really talking through the story a little bit. This feels very fantasy, right? Actually, I might just do like a half measure there, because that's almost like wanting right there to jump right back into something big. So it's just like a little break and then it gets right back into it. So then what that would sound like is a little half measure back here, so you're big. Little break. That's that glide. I'm not actually sure about that. I thought it was going to drop a little bit harder than it did. Let's see. Let's use this same lead. Maybe it's just that lead. It's not as impactful as a drop as I thought. I was expecting it to kind of... I don't know what I was expecting. It could be. I mean, we could make it a bigger drop. Let's see. Try and glide back down. Let's see. And then for the ending here, what we can do, I like it, I think, doing the full the like a half progression there. One thing I can do is show automation here on those last notes, really crank up the delay. Not quite. Not quite what I was going for. Okay. Let's see, the other thing I could do is, just grab this here. Grab just the last section of notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's paste that a few times here, and then I can automate that. And starting here, just come down to nothing. Something like that, I think, would work for an ending. All right, I'm not really happy about this. This drop needs to be bigger. I can probably add some instrumentation here. Maybe this is where I'd add the bells. So I like this. This goes up, and then it comes back down. When it comes back up, right, that dynamic really needs to hit. Like, that sounds good. It's like here. Maybe I need like a... Hey, Fusion. Appreciate the follow. Hey, it's going pretty good. We're just kind of working on some music here. About to actually finish up here in a minute. Just kind of messing with this a little bit. This is going to be the OST. Actually, I really like that. So, yeah. We're kind of working through it here. Let's see. So, yes, I can see your chat, Fusion. Can you hear me? Let's see. So what I can do here on this, let's record that actually. Here we go. That's pretty good. Alrighty. So that's pretty decent. And then I can just let that loop there. Let's go ahead and quantize that. Take that to the end there. So now let's listen to this drop. No, yeah, I don't have any overlays. I need some for sure. Overlays would be good. I've been way more focused on my game than making my stream look good. That's why I have this little goal here. Instead of something that looks good. Let's see. Maybe what I can do... I do want to focus on the bell. Oh man, Fusion, you're sounding a little bit like a bot though. I hope you're not meaning to come across that way. Let's see. Let's see. I think that's good. I think that helps a lot. So I think that helps make it bigger. Maybe we can keep adding some instruments here. I think I'm going to call it for tonight. But I think that helps a lot. Yep. So we'll tweak it sometime soon. Appreciate it, Fusion. I think I'm okay. I do appreciate it though. At least for now. Maybe you can DM me and we can chat there. Sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to show me something, I would love to see some overlays. If you want to send me a DM, or you can go to Discord, right? Nobody's in the Discord because, oops, I dropped my keyboard. Nobody's in my Discord, but check it out. Yeah, I'll see it. I'm good with that. There's the Discord, if that popped up. I'm not sure if for some reason on my end is not showing up. But yeah, go drop it down there and you can, I'd love to see your work. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it for tonight though. So thanks Journey for hanging out. Thanks Fusion for popping in. And yeah, we'll catch y'all soon. There is a Discord. I am the only one in the Discord. I haven't advertised it because, like I said, there's just me. But if you, I do want to grow it. For some reason, it's not popping up. Let's see if I can get it to on. Oh, it has popped up like 100 times. I'll add you, Fusion. Appreciate it. I am obviously having OBS problems, probably just with my connection, but that's okay. Let's see, why didn't my Discord pop up? Okay, I'll have to fix that. My bot's broken. Let me see real quick. I'll let that play for a second while I pull my Discord link and I'll post the Discord link. One moment. Oh my goodness. I'll add you, Fusion. Appreciate it. Let's see if I can get that to my other screen here. Let's see here. I will see if I can grab. Let's keep listening to that. See if I can grab the link since my bot is broken. Let's see. Here you go. Let me know, Journey, if that pops up on your side. Should. Feel free to join there, and I will get my bot fixed, and I'll reach out to you, Fusion. But thanks, everybody. Appreciate it, and we'll talk soon.